So that was an intro my son did for me. That was awesome. Anyway, I erased that Superman I had on my wall earlier, and I needed a bigger one because he's taking up a lot of wall here. And so I found one by an artist named Jason Fabok. He's a Canadian comic artist. He's worked exclusively for DC for his entire career, it says. And he's worked on Batman, Detective Comics, Justice League, and Swamp Thing. So that's Jason Fabok. This is his drawing. Here, I'll show you. There it is. And sweet. Of course, I didn't put the doves in, and I could never do that background on a wall because I'm not really a painter. Anyway, it's his drawing, and I'm going to get it on my wall now. Look at the way that S looks there. It looks so weird from this angle. Anyway, it's not messed up, you'll see. And here you see his face. Look at that. I drew his eyes way too high, so I was trying to get it down to how it's supposed to look. Even with the graph up, I still make mistakes. I mean, you've got to see how I have that graph up there, because I had to redraw those eyes several times. That's hilarious. Anyway, see this guy right here? This is the first time you see Superman portrayed by an actor, Ray Earl Middleton. It was in the World's Fair Superman Day 1940. You see his logo there? It had Superman on top there. That way, people didn't know who he was back then. So they never put that in the logos. When you see all the logos that people put on the interweb machine, they always forget to put that one, which was, I think, is the first one. Okay, I'll give you one more little fact about him. Radio made Super. This is from a book called DC Comics that I have. I have a bunch of these big books. Anyway, Radio made Superman a household word. The character might have sold 1 million copies of his comic book each month. Good Lord. But that audience could not approach the one enjoyed by the most popular mass media of its day. For close to 30 years, but especially during the 1930s and 40s, radio occupied the same place in American life that television does today, presenting live drama and comedy programs on national networks that reached almost every home in the country. The show, called The Adventures of Superman, was ostensibly intended for younger listeners, but it was scheduled in the early evening when parents ended up hearing it too. And its memorably catchy opening became familiar to almost everyone. Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. Holy cow, 30 years. That's crazy. That's why he's been around for so long. And he's probably my favorite superhero, along with Batman and Captain America. And then, of course, Wonder Woman. Those are my top 4, I guess. And then Spider-Man. So yeah, there you go. The lettering was the hardest part of this. Not the hardest, but it's just so annoying. It took forever getting it right, getting the angle right, measuring, and then you see, oh, look at that. I was about to die right about that. I was so ready to be done. But I got it done, and then I'm filling it in here. So the markers I use is just the Sharpie brush, black one. It's hard to find now. I think I bought all of them around here. And then for the big areas, I use a Sharpie Magnum, and occasionally I use a Prismacolor, the black one, when I really need to get into really, really small detail. But yeah, Sharpie brush. Okay, the inking is done. The drawing, the inking. Truth, justice, and the American way. Thought I'd get some video here because I'm going to paint it in part 2. This is just part 1. That's what I came up with. Spider-Man's not too happy because he's didn't get as much wall. Spider-Man, Batman. So anyway, there is Truth, Justice, and the American Way. That's right, Jim Lee. That's what it's supposed to be. And here it is, peoples. Oh, Now to paint it.